Howdy Ego-Hackers, my name's Samwise, and welcome to the channel. In this video, we blast off into orbit. Cognitive orbit, that is. Oh, here I am with the zingers, let's go! We'll be discussing the cognitive orbit with a focus on introverted thinking and extroverted thinking. These two functions orbit each other in what we will call the orbit of intelligence. But first, we'll discuss what is cognitive orbit. Cognitive orbit is a concept in understanding the interplay of different cognitive functions. It is particularly relevant in the world of cognitive mechanics. It provides a framework for better understanding and navigating the intricate dynamics of the cognitive functions and how they play with each other. Cognitive orbit is like a set of invisible pathways that link different parts of our mind together. It connects the pathways from our ego to our unconscious. It suggests that the way we think, decide, and perceive things is always changing and moving between these different areas of our mind. This idea means that our thinking is complex and multi-layered. Different parts of our personality are constantly interacting and influencing each other, creating a diverse and intricate mix of thoughts and behaviors. Hero to Nemesis, parent to critic, and inferior to demon. The theory places significant emphasis on the distinction between the extroverted and introverted functions. Like we hear in MBTI a lot, oh, I'm a T-type. Get that garbage out of here. There's no T-types. There's two quote-unquote T-types. There's the extroverted T-type and the introverted T-type. Like, I thought we got rid of the British in 1783. What are they still doing here? Extroverted functions are viewed as the observable byproduct of mental activity, while introverted functions are considered the more substantial and concrete aspects of cognition. They are the source of that, if you will. This conceptualization underscores the importance of internal, self-referential cognitive processes over those oriented towards external stimuli. The cognitive orbit theory delves into the nuances of extroverted thinking and introverted thinking, and how they play with each other. Extroverted thinking primarily deals with organizing external information in systems, focusing on empirical data and tangible results, as well as explaining things through rationality. Introverted thinking conversely prioritizes internal logic and coherence. They are more focused on if-then statements, as well as what is true. They explain things on a logical realm. And each of these little true statements are bite-sized pieces, and they don't exactly fit as a whole like rationality is about. These cognitive styles can significantly influence how people interact with each other, make decisions, and communicate, impacting the overall dynamics of their relationships. So that begins our premise. We're going to look at each set of TETI orbit functions, starting with the first slot with the hero and the nemesis, and ending with the fourth slot with the inferior and the demon function. Let's get into it. Starting with the hero and the nemesis, starring the ENTJ, the ESTJ, the INTP, and the ISTP. This orbit is about boldness. In the TETI cognitive orbit, the hero and the nemesis dynamics balance external efficiency with internal logic. This equilibrium is crucial for effective decision-making and intellectual integrity. The extrovert thinking hero excels at organizing the external environment, focusing on outcomes and processes. However, this outward efficiency is checked by the introvert thinking nemesis, ensuring decisions are not only effective, but logically sound. Basically, from all the information being gathered, you have to deduce which one is true. Conversely, the TI hero, which prioritizes internal coherence and depth, is counterbalanced by the TE nemesis. While the TI hero seeks intellectual consistency, the TE nemesis introduces a reality check with empirical evidence and practical applications. TI hero can sit on a hill of, I verified that this was true. But time passes, and old information becomes old, which is why we like having our TE hero friends giving us, like 540 articles to read on this one topic. And we TI heroes are gonna just go right on through, looking at it and be like, true, true, false, true, true, and it's going to be good. Like, Chase mimics this for me by giving me a bunch of resources to read, all the time, and it's cool. I'm not sure how many of you guys know this, but these designs weren't designed by EgoHackers. They were designed by Elizabeth, so shoutouts to Elizabeth, and shoutout to her comics. This balance in the TETI orbit emphasizes the importance of basing decisions on both empirical evidence and logical analysis, and encourages a constant reevaluation of ideas and approaches, ensuring that they withstand the test of practicality and truth, by aligning efficient action with evidence-based reasoning. This cognitive dynamic leads to comprehensive and well-substantiated decision-making. Moving on to the parent and critic, starring the ESTP, the ENTP, the ISTJ, and the INTJ. The parent and critic functions within the cognitive orbit symbolize a delicate balance in cognitive processing. The parent function, responsible and somewhat pessimistic, is geared towards making sustainable decisions. This orbit is about precaution. In contrast, the critic function acts as an internal evaluator, critiquing, as the name suggests, and refining the parent function's decisions. Because the parent ultimately doesn't know what it's doing, and it kind of needs help from the elders to help parent the child. This interplay fosters improved accuracy and mastery in thinking, preventing the overconfidence of TI teenager or TE parent and hasty decisions. The relationship between the parent and the critic functions in the TE-TI orbit is a testament to the pursuit of cognitive mastery. The parent function's cautious approach is continuously refined by the critic function's scrutiny, leading to a mature and well-considered decision-making process. This dynamic prevents premature conclusions and ensures that decisions are based on a thorough examination of all relevant factors. Like, for example, when done right, the TI-TE orbit is actually going to be stronger with the parent and the critic than it is with the hero and the nemesis. Like, as TI hero myself, I will go to TI parent for guidance, in the same way that an NE hero is going to go to me for guidance with my NE parent. Because a word of warning is always good for really bold people. The TE parent function efficiently organizes external information and systems, driving responsible, outcome-focused actions from movement types, very funny, actions that meet real-world needs. In contrast, the TI introvert thinking critic critically evaluates these actions, ensuring that they are not only efficient, but also logically coherent and factually grounded. This interplay between TE parent and TI critic is vital for well-rounded decision-making. TE's practical focus is refined by TI's insistence on logical integrity, preventing impulsive decisions and ensuring actions are both practical and logically sound. This synergy leads to decisions that are effective and evidence-based. As for the TI parents, they can become quite intellectually lazy. However, TE critic is critical of the rationale other people use, as well as the sources of information. They are very quick to call things stupid, which is cool and all. But remember, part of the critic's existence is to strengthen the parent. So if I may get on my soapbox for a second, ENTPs and ESTPs, calling something stupid doesn't make you smart by proxy. Like, yeah, it's stupid, but do you have a better solution for it? Is it backed by evidence? You know, TE? You need to delve into that, and from that you will get the TI parent, which can criticize, but also provide solutions that people need. Individuals should strive for a balance where the parent function's responsibility is informed, but not hindered by the critic's function's thoroughness. The critic can definitely take its bitterness too far, to almost impossible level standards. Cultivating an attitude of open-minded skepticism can be beneficial in achieving this balance. Up next is the child and the trickster, starring the ESFP, the ENFP, the ISFJ, and the INFJ. This orbit is about playtime! Yay, playtime! The child function within the TI-TE orbit can be susceptible to external influences, particularly when its input is controlled by an external TE source. TI child jumping on any old input because it seems credible, right? And TE child looking at credibility in an innocent way makes both vulnerable to external influences. This dynamic can lead to a skewed perception of reality, as the child function possesses a limited and potentially manipulated set of inputs. Ironically, often coming from other TE childs and TI childs. Oh, ENFP car salesmen, I salute you. Individuals with the TE-TI orbit within the child and trickster function must seek diverse information sources and engage in critical verification to break free from this influence. And hey, sometimes you just need to ask an adult for help. There's nothing wrong with that. The child and trickster functions dynamics highlights the vulnerability of individuals to external manipulation, particularly when their cognitive input is controlled. The situation underscores the importance of critical thinking and the need for individuals, especially those with TI child functions, to actively seek out diverse, reliable sources of information. It also highlights the risks associated with cognitive bias and the importance of maintaining an open and questioning mind. To overcome potential manipulation, cultivating curiosity and a habit of cross-checking information can be vital. Embracing skepticism and continually challenging personal beliefs will help achieve cognitive integrity and independence. And finally, the Inferior and Demon function, starring the ESFJ, the ENFJ, the ISFP, and the INFP. This orbit is about struggle. The interaction between the Inferior and the Demon is a pivotal aspect of the cognitive orbit. This relationship often involves complex pathways through the subconscious with the Inferior or through the superego with the Demon, allowing for cognitive reinforcement and personal growth. Like, for example, an ENFJ is insecure about what they think. And a lot of the time, they find resentment in the idea of needing to gather data for it, because I'm speaking the truth, but I don't have the reputation to say it, and it's more complicated than that, but regardless. Some of this stuff is pretty legit, you just need to go out and find it. And once they do, it strengthens their TI. And if the process is done right, it can outshine the hero and the parent. Same for the IFPs, where they're kind of focused on, what do other people think? What do other people think? But when they start focusing on what they think, they go through the critical analysis, they can become more rational than the ETJs and the ITJs. The interaction between the inferior and demon functions in the TETI orbit illustrates the hidden strength that can be harnessed from seemingly weaker cognitive areas. The demon function's ability to support and strengthen the inferior function in times of need, key emphasis on times of need, demonstrates the latent potential with individuals to overcome challenges and grow. This process can lead to significant personal development as individuals learn to utilize all aspects of their cognitive functions effectively. Because ultimately, the demon is there to protect the inferior. And sometimes a good defense is an offense. Like, imagine if you're able to fuel your own inferior, and you don't need others to do it for you. Personal development in this realm involves being open to exploring and strengthening these less dominant aspects of the psyche. Practicing self-awareness and seeking situations that challenge their inferior function can lead to significant personal growth and resilience. And those were all four of the TETI orbits. Now, the quest for external validation and evidence. This is a prominent feature of the TITE cognitive orbit. It is the pursuit of external validations or evidence to bolster inner beliefs, TE, or truths, TI. This pursuit often results in a continuous cycle of research, TE, and validation, TI, underscoring the importance of balanced cognition to avoid endless information gathering or analysis loops. Understanding and utilizing the cognitive orbit concept can significantly aid personal development. It offers insights into the fluid movement of cognitive functions across different mental domains, leading to enhanced self-awarenesses, improved interpersonal relationships, and personal growth. This understanding is invaluable, offering a pathway to greater empathy, as well as a nuanced approach to guiding your strengths and weaknesses of your cognitive functions. The TETI cognitive orbit presents a fascinating area of discovery, bridging theoretical, psychological, and practical applications. This orbit is particularly relevant in understanding how individuals process information and make decisions, whether in familial settings, workplaces, or social interactions. It highlights the need for a balance between external organization and internal logical consistency, underscoring the complexity of human thought processes. The cognitive orbit theory offers a holistic approach to personal development, emphasizing the interconnectedness of different cognitive functions and their roles in shaping personality and behavior. By understanding these dynamics, individuals can work towards a more integrated and balanced self, leading to more fulfilling and harmonious relationships with others. Want to employ the cognitive orbit in your development? I suggest you go to uja.app and learn your type now. It is a simple 4-question quiz that is the most reliable personality test. I am not kidding. Check it out, uja.app. In summary, the cognitive orbit theory presents a nuanced and comprehensive framework for understanding the complex interplay of cognitive functions within the human psyche. It provides valuable insights into the mechanisms of thought, decision-making, and interpersonal dynamics, offering pathways for personal growth and improved relationships. We delved into the 4 different types of orbits, depending on where the extroverted thinking and introverted thinking lie within your personality type. By embracing this theory, individuals can gain a deeper understanding of themselves and others, leading to a better understanding of how you gather information and process information. Overall, making your approach to life challenges more effective. That's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode, where we cover the FE-FI cognitive orbit. Yes, my favorite. Love you guys, bye!